Whoa, it's a double extender all the way. Double extender, oh my god. It's a stacked double extender all the way. Wow, that's so intense. Whoa. Whoa. Sorry about that. Whenever I hear the word double, it immediately comes up to mind. Anyways, in this video I wanna go through a couple of designs. This is a compact horizontal double sticky piston extender that's in the vertical plane. I mean the horizontal plane actually. I have more. I also have this stackable ceiling double extender that you can stack all the way. I've got this double extender from the floor which you can stack, or tile actually, next to each other. And the last one, which is the stacked on top of each other horizontal double extender. Okay, the first one is actually quite easy. What you do is you get some sticky pistons like this. Then you place a 1-tick repeater underneath. Then on the other side a 3-tick delay repeater. This gets sent there and then travels up a bit further. And then once it reaches all the way to the top, you get a 3 delay repeater, some redstone dust, and a torch to update the butt we're gonna get. So this already works, and the way back. And the only thing you need to do in order to stack this is just to drag this line along this way and to drag this line along this way. So that means like that. Redstone dust. Lamps, lamps, lamps. Oh. And then some redstone dust above here. And you have your compact stackable thingy. So you can stack 15 of these next to each other, and yeah, you should be fine. Now for the ceiling extender, what you want to do is you want to start out with your ceiling. Then you want to work out where you're going to place your pistons. I'm just going to do 4 now, but you can have as many as you want, or at least within the redstone limits, which is quite a few. Get some redstone dust. Then around the corner get a 2-tick delay repeater, actually a bit further. Then we take that signal and we send it on its way all the way to the top of these pistons. So first it's going to activate this redstone dust, and then it's going to push these pistons next to this activated dust. That's going to extend the bottom pistons basically. So we continue that. So I could already extend them now. I probably want to add some blocks there, but like extending is not an issue now. But on the way back, we need to pull back. We need to pull these blocks up, and in order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to create a short pulse on the way back. And the way we can do that, I'm just gonna OCD I guess, but the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna get a pulse generator here, and we're gonna fire them into all these pistons. So now whenever I power it on, nothing happens, but when I turn off the power, it's going to create a little pulse here. That's due to this sort of peculiar looking monostable circuit. So yeah, that works. And if you want to stack this, all you have to do is extend this, and extend this at the bottom, and you can have it as long as you want within the maximum range that the redstone does travels. And even then, if you're a bit good with redstone, I'm sure you can come up with some clever way to extend the signal. So moving on. Okay, now for the floor extender. Find a nice piece of floor, you want to add your double extender. I'm just going to do 4 again, but like I said, with all of these designs you can just stack them as many times as you want, or at least within the redstone limits, unless you're good at redstone and you come up with something creative. What we're going to do is the following. This is our input mechanism. I'm using a lever now, but you could fire a repeater into that block. And the problem is now, as soon as I activate this, this piston is going to extend, so we have to divert the redstone. And then what we do is, the first thing, it's going to be, when this thing is extending, the first thing I want to do is I want to activate these blocks, activating these this piston. Now at the same time, when that is done, I want to somehow activate those pistons even though they're at floor level. And the way you can do that is by having a torch underneath, because torches, like this one here, activate the block, then activate the piston. Now we're going to get a whole bunch of those hooked up to this line. The delay in this line is longer than the one below, so first this one, then the one above, which is good, which is what we want. Like that. It's also extended. Now on the way back, first I want the top one to retract, then the bottom one. So what we need to do is we need to get a bit longer delay down here. This should be plenty. So now the bottom pistons are going to be extended just a bit longer. So when we retract it, we get the same deal, but the only issue is we have to retract these blocks. And the way we can do that is by creating a monostable circuit down here. We want to add a bit more delay on this one though, because I don't want it to interfere with the one below. You can tweak these. I haven't really bothered yet to make it go as fast as possible, but I'm sure you guys can work that out. And in order to not activate the one piston below, we're actually going to fire repeaters into these blocks. So now, excuse me, now whenever I deactivate this is going to create a little pulse. This is just a normal monostable circuit, and that little pulse is going to retract the blocks, and there you have your floor extender, which is completely flush and can be hidden perfectly fine. And like I said, if you want to hook this up to your machine, all you have to do is hook it up like this, and yeah, it does its thing, and on the way back as well, no problems. So that's all fine. I hope this is good enough. Let's move on. Okay, last up is the extenders stacked on top of each other. This is basically a variation of CMB's design made to work when they stacked on top of each other. It's quite simple, looks complicated, it's not. Get some sticky pistons, a bunch of them, get some lamps, glowstone, and this must look familiar, which is basically what the other one worked like, but the glowstone, make sure to use glowstone, because then this piston doesn't get updated. Then what we get is our input mechanism. Now this must also look familiar, but instead of going straight around the corner, we're going to go with a little turn, and this thing has to be 3 ticks. Excuse me for that. Another 3 ticks, like that. And now normally even this redstone gets powers this lamp, but normally if I fire this, yeah, it doesn't always extend. So that's why we have the lamps, but actually not the extending is actually not the issue. It's more of the retracting that's the issue. And what we do is we use the lamps to update any block updates. So any pistons that are unwilling to fire back, we use the lamps to make sure they do. So if you want to use this, you're gonna have a wall with lamps. You could use fence gates as well if you want to be cheap. If you want to be cheapskate, that's fine. But what you're gonna get is this design is actually gonna be stackable, and what you can do is just send it up, and you can repeat the process. I'll just do one more layer actually. Why not? We have time, no problem. Double extender. Just finish the wall here. Oh no, I'm just seriously just exactly doing what I just did. 3 ticks. Fire it in there. Again 3 ticks. Block there. And here, and it should work. So double extension, and retraction is being a biatch, it seems. Reason being is the fact that there's a block there that should not be there. There we go. So that fixed it. I did not do exactly the same thing. But then, yeah, stack this more and more on top of each other, and you get a whole bunch of these, and yeah, it should work. Okay guys, the world file will be added in the description of this video. Be sure to leave a like if this helps you out, and yeah, be sure to subscribe because I've got more stuff coming up if you haven't already. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.